Hi, I'm Luminousz Star. Welcome to the channel. Mwah. Thank you guys and gals so much for your subscription, my stars. Thank you for sharing your stories with me. Our star family is growing. Our channel is growing every day. So thank you guys and gals so much for that. If this is your first time visiting Luminousz Star, welcome to Luminousz Star channel. And why don't you join the Star family by hitting the subscription button below. We would love to have you as a part of our Star family. Alright, so naturally responding to things that are unnatural, such as the diabolical tactics by a narcissist. So the typical dysfunctional relationship is just not your typical dysfunctional relationship as soon as we're talking about a narcissist or a cluster B personality. And this is because the cluster B personality and the narcissist, there are two areas that they're just chronically dysfunctional in, and that is intimacy and interpersonal skills. So they're not very good at that at all. When it comes to feeling empathy for other people, they just don't feel that. So when it comes to intimacy, they're not interested. So when you put all that together, how can you have a great relationship with somebody like that? How can you even have a decent relationship with somebody? They're always going to be like an antagonist to you. They're always going to get the joy out of being like in opposition of you. If you say black, they're going to say white. If you say up, they're going to say down. So when you think about that, you're naturally responding to what's not natural. So when you're not within your element, for instance, you're probably going to have a relationship with somebody like a cluster B personality or a person who has a narcissistic personality. Why is that? Because you're not within your element. So your external is going to manifest or reflect your internal or what's really going on in your life. Think about that for a minute. So you're having a relationship with a narcissist and you're attempting to get along with him or her. Their purpose or their mission in life at that moment is to be in opposition of you. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. It comes naturally to them to be in opposition of you. So naturally, you're going to respond to what's not natural, and that is being in a relationship with someone who really has a lot of pleasure, or they get a lot of amusement in being in opposition of you, seeing you fall, maybe even sabotaging you. So when you're naturally responding to something that's not natural, number one of the mistakes that we tend to make is that we think there's something wrong with us, and it's not. You're naturally responding to something that's not natural. So that means you're going to feel a certain way. You're probably going to be thinking certain things that are unpleasant. Okay, so this is what the narcissist wants. So as long as you're experiencing those unpleasant emotions, the narcissist is calm. They feel okay because, see, they're within their element. What's within their element? That is to be in opposition of people who shine. Their mission is to make sure you don't shine. When you're in a relationship with a narcissist, that's a reflection that you're not within your element. So when you're naturally responding to what's not natural, then how can something be wrong with you? That means that you are behaving accordingly. So there's nothing wrong with you.
Our home, incubator of life.
Okay, so when you're responding naturally to something that's unnatural, such as the diabolical tactics by narcissists, again, what makes you think there's something wrong with you? See, there's the idea right there. You're supposed to think there's something wrong with you. The narcissist sets this in play because they're already messing with your mind, which is a part of their mission, is to make sure you don't shine. So what's one of the best ways to get somebody off balance? That's it. Keep them off balance by messing with their minds and even playing with their hearts. So the first thing I want you to understand is that there's nothing wrong with you. You're not in your element when you're in a relationship with a narcissist. So the narcissist is doing what comes naturally to him or her, and that is to be in opposition of you. Don't expect the narcissist to behave like they love you and care for you. That's not in their nature. We have to remember, a narcissist is incapable of loving anyone else. They lack empathy. They're not good at making the connection with other people. So the narcissist and cluster B personality, they're not able to connect with other people in a very meaningful way. So it shouldn't be surprising, even if this is a family member or a spouse or a best friend or someone that you thought was your best friend, right? Their mission, their purpose is to make sure you don't shine and that you stay outside of your element. And that means you're in their world where they can control you. So don't be surprised when you see the diabolical tactics unfolding, such as them lying to you every chance they get, such as them pulling shenanigans and setting you up for failure, sabotaging anything you have going for you. Don't be surprised by that. They're in opposition of you. You know why? Because they're supposed to be. That's their purpose as a narcissist, as a cluster personality. Don't be surprised. Their job or their mission or their purpose is to make sure you never shine. You're not illuminating from within. You're not shining like a luminous star. See, you're not in your element. Whenever one attempts to be within the world of the narcissist, he or she will be used. They will be manipulated. Okay, the narcissist will continue to pull shenanigans. They're going to continue to try to get the supply by any means necessary. You know why? That is their purpose. They're within their element when they're in opposition of you and other people. It is in their nature to prey upon others. So when you think about all that and you attempt to get along with him or her and you keep telling yourself you love and care for them and it's not being reciprocated, well, it shouldn't be surprising that sometimes you feel like there's something wrong with you. The narcissist wants you to think that there's something wrong with you. The narcissist does think something is wrong with you. The narcissist thinks that something is wrong with other people when he or she does not comply to all the shenanigans. When they do not narcissistically supply him or her, the narcissist, yes, naturally it comes to them to think there's something wrong with that person. The narcissist and cluster personality is a bully. They have a predatory nature. So even if this is a person that you think is your best friend, it can be a family member, it can be your spouse, you have to remember they are a vessel that's in your life fulfilling a particular purpose. If you're not shining, you're not within your element. And if you're not within your element, you cannot fulfill the purpose of why you're here on this planet. What are you on this earth plane to do? So I hope you don't think you're here to be a human wastebasket for a narcissist or to be narcissistically supplying a narcissist all your existence. Nah, come on. So once you identify who the vessels are around you, such as the cluster personality and the narcissist, remember they are serving as a particular vessel within your life. They're fulfilling a purpose and a mission. What are you doing? The narcissist and the cluster personality's aim is to make sure you never thrive, you never survive, and you never shine. You are illuminating from within. It's being covered up underneath all of the diabolical tactics of the narcissist, all of the shenanigans, and how you're being affected by it. Depression, anger that is misplaced, and anger that is mismanaged. That's how you're expressing your experience of the narcissist and a cluster personality. He or she is a vessel. They're fulfilling a particular mission and or purpose. That is to make sure you never do. The narcissist and cluster personality's mission as a vessel in your life is to make sure you never find out what you're here on this earth plane for, what your purpose is other than being alive. What are you here for? You're illuminating from within. You're in the sunken place though. So how can you really shine like a luminous star when you're within the sunken place, not knowing who you are? The purpose of the cluster personality and the narcissist as a vessel in your life, more than likely, is to make sure you never know what your purpose is, that you'll never shine like a luminous star. You remain in the sunken place. You're buried underneath all of the adverse effects of narcissistic abuse. You're feeling it. You may not be speaking about it, but you're feeling it and you're expressing it. Anxiety, depression, anger, anger that's misplaced, anger that's mismanaged. That's another way that you're expressing your experiences, by having a dysfunctional relationship with a narcissist. So as long as you're trying to get along with him or her and you're complying with all the shenanigans and all of the diabolical tactics, that means you're not within your element and you're not fulfilling the purpose that you're here to do. That's a manifestation of that. This doesn't mean that you're wrong. This doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It means that it's time for you to wake up and realize that there's nothing wrong with you, because you're naturally responding to something that's not natural. The narcissist and cluster B personality as the vessel in your life, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're doing what comes naturally, and that is to be in opposition of you, to make sure you never realize who you are and what you're here on this earth plane to do. Okay, so today's video is naturally responding to the unnatural diabolical tactics of a narcissist or cluster B personality. All right, let's get on with the rest of the video. Please don't forget to like and or share today's video. Mind the description box below, and I want to thank everybody in advance for his or her time. Don't forget to click the notification bell. That way, every time videos come out on the Luminousz Star channel, you'll be the first to know. Naturally responding to the unnatural diabolical tactics by narcissists. Topics of discussion. There is nothing wrong with you. The dysfunctional relationship with those who have a cluster B personality is not a typical dysfunctional relationship. Last topic, the importance of giving yourself permission to express your experiences of the dysfunctional relationship with narcissists. First point, narcissists and or cluster B personalities have the inability to connect with others by way of intimacy. He or she is chronically impaired in two areas of functionality, which are intimacy and interpersonal skills. The lack of empathy comes naturally to narcissists and or those with a cluster B personality. You may feel and or think that something is wrong with you. The dysfunctional relationship with narcissists and cluster B personalities is designed to keep you off balance. So what comes with that? You're going to start questioning yourself. You're going to start questioning your sanity. You're going to start questioning your actions, your thoughts, your intuition, your intuitiveness. You're going to start questioning your instincts. All of this is designed to keep you off balance. Therefore, you're going to keep second guessing yourself. The narcissist's false self-image will continue to thrive in all of that. If you say black, they will say white. If you say up, they will say down. The narcissist and the cluster B personality, their sole mission in that dysfunctional relationship is to keep you off balance. That way, you remain in the sunken place. And if you're in the sunken place, then that means you're not thriving in your own life. You're not fulfilling the purpose that you have in your own life. And you're not shining like the luminous star that you are. You're in the sunken place. You're buried underneath all of the shenanigans, all of the diabolical tactics, because you're being adversely affected by it all. There is nothing wrong with you. You're naturally responding to what is not natural. And that is the dysfunctional relationship with the cluster B personality and or the narcissist. Let's move forward. The element of surprise and the shock and awe begins to lack its luster when one realizes that narcissists are addicted to drama, chaos, and toxicity. Therefore, it ought not be surprising when the narcissist behaves like an antagonist. Your shine becomes unbearable to him or her. Narcissists are behaving in the manner in which comes naturally to him or her, which is to be in direct opposition to others. So this ought not to be a surprise to anyone who's in a relationship with a narcissist and a cluster B personality. Again, they're only behaving what comes naturally to him or her, which is to be in opposition of you, making sure that you are off balance and not fulfilling the purpose of your life, other than the obvious, being alive. Okay, let's move forward. You are only behaving naturally to the unnatural diabolical tactics of narcissists and or those with the cluster B personality in your life. He or she might serve in your life as a vessel to be in opposition of your finding and fulfilling your purpose in life. You cannot shine as long as you are within the sunken place where the narcissist wants you. So again, this ought not to be a surprise. So one of the things that woke me up years ago when I had this epiphany, and that is, as long as I was trying to get along with the cluster B personality that I was dealing with, then I was going to feel badly, not only about myself, but about life. And this was going to taint or distort my perception of life, myself, and others. You see, it's a vicious cycle. Part of the adverse effects of narcissistic abuse and being in a dysfunctional relationship with a cluster B personality is to have a distorted view of oneself and possibly others. Okay, and the next thing you know, you may be that person who feels like, well, why even try? Just think about all the times that you reached out to the narcissist and or cluster B personality only to come up empty-handed. That's discouraging. So after going through that for a little while, yeah, a person probably is going to feel a little hopeless. In this video, I hope to encourage. However, in this video, I want to encourage, especially my stars, to keep thriving forward and try not to allow your experiences with the narcissist to distort your view of the possibility of having a better life, of the possibility of coming out of the sunken place. All right, let's move forward. Due to the complexities of the narcissist personality disorder, your dysfunctional relationship with him or her is not a typical dysfunctional relationship. This is not your fault, nor has it ever been your responsibility to correct or fix. Any attempts to comply or co-sign diabolical tactics and shenanigans is a reflection that you are not within your element, nor are you fulfilling your ultimate purpose in life. Now, the ultimate purpose in life means that you are thriving, surviving, and you're growing. You're getting better and better. It's not just that you're alive. Now, that's a great statement to make when you want to find out what the purpose is of your life. That is, you can make the statement, I am alive. Okay, so just by stating that every day, if that's what's going to help you to start thriving forward, yes, speak on it. Okay, I am alive. And just, there you go. Then you can start to see how you're not here to only be in a dysfunctional relationship with a narcissist or a cluster B personality. You can take it further. I am here. This way, you can start writing the epilogue to your story rather than continuing to tell the story that the narcissist or cluster B personality has sold you, which is a lie. Off the rose-colored glasses. I had that epiphany years ago when I was looking up out of my sunken place. I had nowhere else to go, folks. So while looking up with my rose-colored glasses on, okay, I lifted my hand and I took those things off. And boy, did I have a different view. That's when I was able to come up out of the sunken place. Okay, so that's the first step. You got to face reality. See the narcissist and the cluster B personality for who they really are. Sometimes those vessels come in the guise of family members. Sometimes those vessels come in the guise of a best friend. Sometimes the vessel come in the guise of a spouse. It's amazing to me how oftentimes it's the people who are closest to us that have cluster B personalities or a narcissistic personality that seem to bring us the most pain. So take off the rose-colored glasses and look at the reality. So when I took off the rose-colored glasses and I began to look at that cluster B personality, yeah, my attitude changed because my perspective was different. And it also helped me to see how to come up out the sunken place. Okay, so when I took off those rose-colored glasses, I began to regain some inner strength. I began to see that I wasn't here on the planet just to have a dysfunctional relationship with a cluster B personality. I began to see that. So discontinue to idealize the cluster B personality and or the narcissist. They're not going to change. They have a personality disorder that is fixed. So If we continue to look for them for validation, such as approval, care, or love, then it is a waste of time and energy. Sometimes it's a waste of money, because some of us are in debt due to the relationship we had with the narcissist and cluster personality. Okay, so more than likely it's going to prove to be a mistake to continue to invest in a dysfunctional relationship with a narcissist and a cluster personality. Take off those rose-colored glasses. Come up out the sunken place. Last and final tool. Take steps to discontinue to place yourself as blame for the behavior and or perspectives of the narcissist and or cluster personality. Your name is not on it, so don't claim it. There is nothing wrong with you for naturally responding to what is unnatural. Dysfunctional relationships with narcissists and or those with a cluster personality might be ripping you apart while keeping you off balance and in a state of arrested development. All right, how is that natural? References and resources. Please check out the description box below for the references and resources. I'm Luminousz Star. I want to thank everybody for joining me today or tonight. I wish you the very best love possible. Hi, I'm Luminousz Star. I want to thank everyone for joining me today or tonight. And of course, wherever you are right now, I wish you the very best love possible. Everyone who's decided to join the Luminousz Star family, welcome to Luminousz Star. And please don't forget to select the notification bell. That way, all the videos that come out, you'll be the first to know. On that note, just a friendly reminder. Every Sunday and every Thursday, there are new videos that are coming out. So I want to thank everyone, my stars especially. Thank you guys and gals so much. And stay tuned for more vlogs and stay tuned for more videos.